days of coverage. Lee Diffiato Bolden with you. Let's get straight to it with this first one. And starting in lane 2, the 28-year-old American Marvin Bracey Williams.
At his very first World Championships, he made the Olympic team in 2016, went to Rio, got to the semifinals. Only 2 men have run faster than Marvin Bracey Williams in 2022 at 100 meters.
Some nice adulation from the crowd here too. Ready to get things going. Boy, he had a terrific national championship. Starting in lane 5 is Akeem Blake of Jamaica.
For a while in Jamaica, they were thinking, where are the men to replace Usain Bolt? They found both of Bolt's replacements. Akeem Blake, just 20 years old, but he's run 9.93. And we'll meet the other guy, Seville, in a later heat.
Should we say right now that he's no relation to Johan Blake?
No relation to Johan Blake, even though he does train with him in Kingston, Jamaica. He was 3rd at the Jamaican Championships.
So Bracey again is on the inside in lane 2. First 3 in each heat, plus the next 3 fastest times, go through to tomorrow's semi. And it's worth noting that tomorrow features both the semi and the final in the men's 100. Ekevwo of Nigeria, Australia's Browning, Sansavini of San Marino is in here, CJ Green, Zori and Ali make up this first heat.
And Bracey's already had a good start to the year, getting the bronze at the World Indoor Championships in Belgrade, Serbia in March.
First of 7 heats, let's go. Who gets away to the good start? Blake got out nicely. Look at Bracey Williams. Bracey Williams, second from the right. He's going to win this first heat and backs off well before the line. 10.05 for Marvin Bracey Williams, Akeem Blake, and Ekevwo of Nigeria.
The wind has been very still in the stadium and continues that way. No real wind. 10.05. Seemed like a very easy effort for Marvin Bracey Williams. He's been starting well.
Well before the line, didn't we?
Yeah, he's been starting well. That's how he got that bronze in the 60 meters indoor in March. But as I said at the U.S. Championships, he's in a nice kind of rhythm. He's in a 9.8 rhythm. And it's the kind of year where, yes, only Fred Kerley has run faster than 9.8. Everybody else in the world who's going to contend for a spot on that podium is right in that 9.8 range, which means that Marvin Bracey Williams is a medal threat.
Good start from the 20-year-old Jamaican as well, Akeem Blake. Got out of the blocks pretty effectively.
Yep. Here's a slow-mo look at heat 1 of 7. You'll see Bracey second from the right. He got away well. And then continued to push. And then, as you said, backed off just before the line. Still ran officially 10.05. 10.04 officially, excuse me. Or was it 05? 10.05 officially, thank you. But yeah, lots left in the tank for Bracey. I think I'm a little surprised that Blake didn't run better, but remember, he's 20 years old. This is bright lights, big stadium, first time on the World Championship stage. Bracey's in his first World Championships as well, but he's a seasoned veteran. The wind, -0.1.
So ran 9.85 at the Nationals, ran 10.05 here tonight, Lewis Johnson, to get through to tomorrow's semi-final.
Yes, he did, Lee, and paying close attention to those replays. Marvin, you were watching, looking at it, what did you see?
Nice, easy. 10-0, win the heat, get a good lane for tomorrow, and you're ready to execute.
How much more do you think is left in your legs and your body in performance?
Yeah, just wait and see.
Okay. What was it like to get the cheers from the home crowd? I saw a smile come over your face there behind the blocks.
Yeah, I was trying to hold it in, but man, it's definitely nice to, finally have the crowd on our side, and at home. So that was special. That was special.
All right, see you in the semis tomorrow. Thank you.
Keeping everybody in Orlando, Florida happy. Marvin Bracey Williams, his teammate in Team USA, the Olympic silver medalist and national champ, Fred Kerley. He's up next, and he's ready. World Championships, the first ever on US soil, feature the Olympic gold medalist from Tokyo. That's Italy's Marcell Jacobs. He is here and will be running shortly. That's coming up, but right here, right now, is the man who chased him all the way to the line in Tokyo last year. That is Taylor, Texas's Fred Kerley.
And what a year it's been for him this year. He has a 100-meter loss. That's it. He's the only man under 9.80 seconds at 100 meters. And he starts these rounds as the favorite for gold.
Fred has run sub 10 seconds in all 7 of his 100-meter races this season.
Yeah, he's been consistent. Here is Su Bingqian of China. Wow, did he have an amazing semifinal last year in Tokyo. That's when he ran at 9.83. Here's the problem. No medals given out in the semifinal. Yeah. He faded to 6th in the final. And now at 32, he's seeing his chances of being a medalist again at the World Championships dwindling.
He used it all up in the semi. So this is heat 2 of 7 of the heats in the men's 100 meters.
You better believe that Su Bingqian is going to get out of the blocks really well. He is in lane 2. Fred Kerley is in 4.
Far right-hand side of your screen of Team Great Britain is Zarnell Hughes. Trinidad and Tobago's Elcock is in between Su Bingqian and Fred Kerley. Saeed of Maldives is in this. Matadi of Liberia, Nigeria's Ash, and Archibald of Guyana.
So Fred Kerley's best 2 times in his career are both on this track, both about 3 weeks ago at the U.S. Nationals. I love the fact that he is not too far away from Su Bingqian of China, because you better believe second from the right, Su Bingqian. If you've never seen him start before, spend the first part of this race just looking at lane 2.
Explosive doesn't do it justice. Chinese athlete gets out well, but not quite as well as Fred Kerley. Fred stands up and away he goes. The Olympic silver medalist says, I like running at home. 9.79 for Fred Kerley.
Okay.
Take a look at me.
If that's 9.79, I think we can safely say that Fred Kerley is due for a personal best again. And he looks around as if to say, yeah, I know you guys. I know you guys got me picked, but you have no idea what's coming.
Look at that look on his face.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey, you know what he just said? He said, Marcell Jacobs, did you check that out?
I'm pretty sure if that's not the fastest heat ever in the World Championship history, it's got to be in the top 2. That's just unreal. 9.79 used to be the world record. Oh, by the way, Maurice Green, 1999. That used to be the world record in the event. He just ran it in the heat like, see you in the semifinals tomorrow.
Fred Kerley just said, hey, for all you people who are questioning me dropping the 400 and going to 100, 200, what do you got to say for yourself now?
Yeah, that was impressive. 9.79 in the first round. Only 1 time is faster than that in the entire year. And oh yeah, Fred Kerley's run at 9.76 in the semifinals at U.S. Nationals. That was impressive. So I guess let's get another look at the 3rd fastest time run by anyone this year. I said Su Bingqian was going to get a good start. He didn't. Fred Kerley got the start and then kept going.
Zarnell Hughes was on the inside and had a nice run in lane 1.
Yeah, Zarnell Hughes did eventually get there, but if you're asking yourself, why would Fred Kerley do this? Why run 9.79 in the first round? You know why? Because he wants all of his competition to go to sleep tonight thinking, okay,
oh boy,
he just ran a time I've never run in my life. Yeah. I have no chance against him. Not everybody's going to say that, but a lot of them are. So it's the 2nd fastest non-final ever, 9.77 for Gatlin in Beijing.
And the reason why Addo said that, he wants to put his competitors to bed uncomfortably tonight because tomorrow is the semis, Lewis, and the final for the World Championship.
And we're all waiting to see that, but let's talk about what just happened. Fred, as you stood behind the blocks here on American soil for these World Championships, what were you thinking about?
Get the job done on American soil. Get the job done.
And in doing so, talk about the phases. We watched your start, which was excellent. Take us through the rest of the race.
Well, it's all about execution from phase 1 to all the way to the end line. From the drive phase to the get up and to the finish.
And speaking of the finish, you did not let up at all. 9.79 in the first round. Why run that fast? Was it important? Just the mentality of the speed you showed here.
Well, I learned from the 400, you got to shock the lead in order to do it again.
There you go. Thanks, Fred. We'll see you in the semis tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Paul?
In competition today, Fred Kerley or Ryan Krauser. As just moments ago, he steps into the ring in qualifying. He set the world record in this venue last year at the Olympic trials. The face to the Oregon franchise, the Oregon native.
You know, I started my internal clock, and I think we're going to be right around 11 seconds to Fred Kerley's 9.7. My goodness, Ryan Krauser throwing over that cue just like you or I wake up and slide on our sandals or our shoes. It's just natural, it's easy, and most of the time it's pretty comfy too. He's such a generational talent. There's so much that he does well, but I think the number one thing he does is stays within himself and approaches these meets on the grandest stages with the right mindset.
73 1.25 is where that one is measured. He had to clear a length of 69 6 3/4. And Tom Walsh, the New Zealander, who was the bronze medalist in both Rio and in Tokyo, kind of goes over and says, well, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, I think the whole field was just like, okay, what's Ryan going to throw in this opening round? How silly is this going to be? And I think somewhat of a, like, all right, let's just check this box and let's get to the final and let's produce some fireworks. Tom specifically has joined Ryan on all the last podiums. He's one of the farthest throwers in the history of the world. He was the man they were all chasing in Doha for the most of that competition as we wait to see what he throws.
And another great opportunity here just for viewers at home to appreciate what this real estate has meant to this discipline. More 70-foot shot puts have been putted here than any other venue in the world.
And all the circles are the same. You know, it's concrete, it's the same dimensions, the toe board is the same. This is the Hayward magic. This is what all these athletes are going to get to experience come finals.
Well, maybe Fred Kerley and Ryan Krauser can go get a late dinner seating. They're both done for the day, Lee.
Paul, Trey and I were talking at the Nationals 3 weeks ago saying, are we going to see the day when Ryan Krauser throws it out of the arc, out of the sector, over the concrete strip?
We might. He's getting closer.
Getting very close. All right, let's get back to the track. Let's get back to men's 100 meters. This is Heat 3, and it features Team USA's Trayvon Bromell.
The Olympic trials winner last year, and then he went to the Olympics and things didn't go well. But this year, only Fred Kerley has run faster at 100 meters.
And this is part of a little bit of a redemption and recovery passage too, considering what went down in Tokyo last year for Trayvon Bromell when he didn't make the final. Here is Canada's Jerome Blake out of lane 8.
In his very first Worlds appearance, he grew up in Jamaica and ran the 400-meter hurdles, did the high jump, and did the long jump in school, but then switched to being a sprinter in 2013.
Brazil's Rodrigo do Nascimento is in lane 5, right there in the typical Brazilian blue, green, and yellow. Arthur Cisse is in this one. Camera out of lane 3.
I don't think there are too many people in this field that are going to trouble Trayvon Bromell. I expect to see him get away quickly and cruise home.
27-year-old from St. Pete, Florida. 4th from the right. How is the start for Trayvon Bromell? It's excellent. Doing very well on the inside is Arthur Cisse of Côte d'Ivoire, but it is 9.89 for Trayvon Bromell. For the two US athletes go 9.79, 9.89. That's an impressive way to go through to the semifinals.
In case you want to underestimate how much it means for these US male sprinters to be at home. These are familiar confines for them. Trayvon Bromell has probably run in Eugene, Oregon 20 times in his career. This feels like home.
What a run. Nice start.
He got a good start. Cisse went with him though. But with about 2/3 of the race completed, you could see Trayvon Bromell sort of get off of the gas. And that's an impressive run for him as well. Not quite as impressive as Fred Kerley, 9.89. The wind is legal at 0.6 meters per second. Cisse with a season's best 10.02. And do Nascimento of Brazil up for 3rd. So here's another look at Trayvon Bromell, center of your picture. Cisse, as I said, was there for a while. But Trayvon says, nope, I got it. I'm into the semifinal. And like Christian Coleman, he is known for his start. The surprise this year is to see how well Fred Kerley has been starting, and that's why he's the world leader. But Marcell, impressive in his first heat as well, as he said. Peace, guys.
And he got out of that a little early as well. Check this out. This will show you again, maybe within, say, 3 or 4 meters of the line. Yeah. No worries.
Everybody's playing the mental game. I am so much better. I am so much better, and I have so much left in the tank that I can run 9-8, throwing up the deuces in the air.
The Nascimento of Brazil, he got out of the blocks nicely too and was going with him. Not quite as well as Arthur Cisse, but that's the top 3 who go straight through to the semi. Again, semis and final tomorrow night to determine who will be the 2022 world champion in the men's 100 meters. Well, it's certainly off to a great start. Trayvon Bromell winning his heat in a 9.89 over Cisse and Nascimento. So Fred Kerley lit it up with a 9.79 and said it's important to show everybody what I can do. He certainly did. So too did Trayvon Bromell. And guess who they're going to be up against? The Olympic champ is here. The Tokyo 2020 Olympic gold medalist in the men's 100. It created headlines around the world. Everybody was like, what? Where did this guy come from? He just shocked everybody. And here he is to now try and become a world champion. And after the recent national championships here just 3 weeks ago, there was a Twitter exchange between the Olympic champ and the Olympic silver medalist, Fred Kerley.
Yep, Jacobs tweeting at Fred Kerley, looking for a nice battle, see you in Oregon. And Kerley reminded him, hey, just remember, I am at home. And Kerley has certainly run so far in these heats like he is ready to defend the home soil. But Marcell Jacobs, like Carl Lewis and Leroy Burrell, is a long jumper originally, and then switched to the 100. If you want to see an Italian cry, ask him about the night that he won the 100. He'll get very emotional because remember, not only he won, we also had the high jump winner in Tamberi. So here is Oblique Seville. Remember I told you that the Jamaican fans had been waiting on who was going to replace Bolt? This is one of 2. Blake, we've already seen him qualify, but Oblique Seville at 21, his first sub 10 this year, 986. He's number 6 in the world this year at just 21.
Now, way out wide on the far left there, Reese Prescott of Team Great Britain. Don't discount him either. Sakai is on the extreme in lane 1. Wagner of Germany, Montoya of Cuba is in there. But right in the middle, all eyes are on the Olympic champion.
Jacobs' build-up to this World Championships has not been as good as it was to Tokyo. So there are a lot of questions about him. I don't even think he's the favorite in this heat. The favorite in this heat is probably Seville, who's in his first World Championships, and he doesn't have this kind of reverence. He's a young kid.
So Jacobs has pulled out of the regular World Tour, the Diamond League, four times this year. Heat 4 of the men's 100. Jacobs out not too bad, not as good as Sakai of Japan on the inside. Now here comes Oblique Seville in the green and gold in the middle for Jamaica. He's doing it easily. 9.94, another sub 10 in these heats to the young Jamaican, ahead of the Olympic champion.
Not a surprise for me. Jacobs is going to work his way through the rounds. I'm not even sure Jacobs is necessarily a medal threat here, but here's the thing about Jacobs. The last 3 championships he's been in, he's won it. European Indoor 60, Olympic 100, and then World Indoors this year. So you don't count out somebody who does not make mistakes in a championship. I think he did just enough, and he did not want to lock horns with Seville, who looked very good in running 9.93. That's his second fastest time ever in his first World Championship. So there's Seville and Jacobs. But look on the inside, that's Sakai of Japan with the great start. But now here comes Seville. I think Jacobs was off the gas a little bit. There's more in the tank. He looks a little big up top for me, but man, you could do a lot worse than to copy Jacobs' form. He has brilliant form, but Seville gets it done. Getting to the line first in 9.93. Season's best for the Olympic champion in 10.04. The question is, does Jacobs have another 3/10 in there? We'll see.
Well, let's hear from him. He's standing by with Lewis Johnson.
All right, Marcell, you're on the World Championship stage here in Eugene. Your thoughts on this first run?
Yeah, wow. The stadium is amazing. The atmosphere was incredible.
Yeah.
I'm not really well. My season don't start really good.
but we are here and we try everything.
Okay, what are the issues that are bothering you, and how will you work through those as you continue to run?
Sorry, I don't
I
understand.
said, what kind of issues are you having, and how will you work through that through the rounds?
I have a little problem in my back here and one here. One leg and one leg.
One leg and one leg.
Now we try with the physio to do the best for tomorrow.
Okay. How much confidence do you bring to these World Championships, knowing that you are Olympic champion? You had the moment, the medal, and the tears on the biggest stage.
Yeah. I have no words because I want to come here with the best performance, but now it's not easy, but we try. We try everything.
Good luck the rest of the way.
So much. Thank you.
Ciao.
He was born in El Paso, Texas. His mother is Italian, and he moved to Italy as a child.
And here they are, first and second in that heat, the youngster from Jamaica.
We showed the one-and-done effort by the Olympic champion Ryan Krauser. Here's the reigning world champion doing the same.
Doing exactly what he needed to do, one and done over the big yellow line. This is a come and take it moment. Joe is here to defend his world title and to keep that empty space on Krauser's shelf.
Back to you, Lee.
Good stuff from Joe Kovacs, the defending world champion. Men's 100 Heat 5 getting ready now. Heat 5 of 7, we should say, and we've already seen some fantastic stuff tonight. 9.79 from Team USA's Fred Kerley. But in this one, you should keep your eyes on lane 3. Third from the right, Johan Blake.
He got those silver medals in 2012 behind Usain Bolt. He's the second fastest man of all time at both 100 and 200. But quite frankly, he was looking like he was headed out of the sport the last couple of years until he bounced back this year with 9.85. That's his best time in 10 years.
So here we go then for heat number 5, men's 100.
And here is Akani Simbine of South Africa. In the last 2 Olympics, he's been 5th and 4th, including an agonizing 0.04 seconds off of the podium last year. But he's running out of time at 28 to get an individual medal for South Africa in the 100.
Who else is in this field? Canada's Aaron Brown is all the way over on the far right there in lane 1. Colebrook of the Bahamas is in this. Tobago of Botswana. Jake Doran of Australia. Garcia of Honduras. And Paraguay's Al Moron. So that's the field for Heat 5. Top 3 go through. Can't remember if we said on that previous heat of Sakai of Japan, courtesy of that brilliant start, he went straight through in 3rd.
He had a brilliant start, and that's the kind of start that Blake is going to try to have now. He is tied for 3rd fastest in the world this year. That means that only Trayvon Bromell and Fred Kerley, who have already qualified to tomorrow's semifinals, are faster in 2022.
Won both the 100 and 200 at his national championships recently. And at the age of 32, he's got 11 years on oblique Seville.
Wow.
So that shows you what good form Johan Blake is in from the young gentleman who just won the previous heat.
Yeah, and how much was he struggling? He didn't even make it to the final in Tokyo last year in the 100. And then they got 4th in the 4x1. So he left Tokyo last year in the Olympic Games with no medals whatsoever. The world champion back in 2011. Here he is running 11 years later.
Heat 5 of the men's 100. It's natural that our eyes go to Johan Blake. On the inside, Aaron Brown of Canada got out really well. So too did Tobago. On the outside, Tobago. Oh, and he gets it in a 9.94.
Blake did not look good at all. His rhythm seemed very off. I mean, the Jamaican trials were just about 3 weeks ago. So this is a little bit of a surprise for me to see Johan Blake come here. And it looks like he might have been 3rd across the line. Tobago getting the job done for Botswana. I had Blake 3rd across the line, but it wasn't just that Blake got 3rd. 9.94 for Tobago. So that is a personal best for him, improving on his 9.96 from April of this year.
He's only 19.
Wow.
Impressive performance from Letsile Tobago.
Okay, so Blake was 2nd across the line in 10.04, but it wasn't just his position. He just looked like he was laboring too hard for somebody of his experience at this stage. So that start is a little awkward. His arms are too low. See how his head's bobbing? And it continues to bob. That tells me that he's on the gas. So Blake's going to have to improve this form if he's going to challenge for a medal this year. Remember, he is third fastest, tied for third fastest in the world this year. But he's going to have to smooth this out. Maybe first round jitters, which I don't expect for somebody who is 32. But Blake is going to have to improve in the semifinals.
And there was some challenge from Simbine. How about championship theme going with a world champion in Christian Coleman?
Here's the guy who everybody's trying to take his title from 3 years ago in Doha. Christian Coleman, now 26 years of age, missed the Olympics last year because of whereabouts violations. The world champion indoors in 2018, but Marcell Jacobs got him at the World Indoors this year, where he got the silver.
Important to say that we did see him run in the Nationals 3 weeks ago, but then he didn't run in the final because, of course, as the reigning world champion, he had a bye.
Right, and here is Canada's Andre de Grasse, the Olympic champion at 200 meters from last year. At 100, he's run 10:05 this year. Why is that significant? He tends to cruise through the rounds. He's not really interested necessarily in winning. I think the way these rounds have looked, he's going to have to set a season's best if he's going to be in the top 3, because Aaron Brown, his countryman, ran 10:06 for third in the previous heat. This is not the kind, these ain't your daddy's heats. You have to really run if you're going to qualify automatically out of these heats.
And it's worth noting for de Grasse of Canada that he is coming back not only from COVID, but also an injury.
Yes.
So that adds to the pressure, it adds to the weight of trying to be in the top 3 to automatically qualify for tomorrow's semi-final. De Grasse out of 2, Coleman in 3. Good start from Christian Coleman. Really powerful out of the blocks. There is nobody even close. Christian Coleman. What a way to start this World Championship defense. It's a 10:08, but that doesn't matter. It's a win that gets him straight through to the semi-finals.
And de Grasse got it done. Ran a brilliant last 50 to at least stay close to Coleman. So Coleman is first across the line. He's safely through and looked comfortable doing it. But de Grasse with 10:12 is also automatically through to tomorrow's semifinal. So, look, this guy has 6 Olympic medals in the last 2 Olympic Games. He doesn't come to the World Championships and not know what to do. He knew exactly what he needed to do. So, de Grasse in 2, Coleman in 3. We know how well Coleman starts. I think he's the best starter alive right now. But look at de Grasse in the second half of this race work to get back in touch with Coleman, qualify easily. So all 4 Americans are through to the semifinals. And what performances we've seen in these heats. We had a World Under-20 record in the last semifinal by Tobogo of Botswana. The heats have been hot, and they've been a lot of fun to watch.
Let's hear from the defending world champion, Christian Coleman, with Lewis.
All right, Lee. Well, Christian, you've been watching the replays as well. What did you see in your performance here?
Looked pretty good. I felt pretty good. Just wanted to try to execute a good race. You know what I'm saying? Get your feet wet in the championship, and it's on tomorrow.
You've had all day to think about running 10 seconds. Well, what have you thought about in terms of this opportunity on American soil for the first time as the defending champion?
I mean, you try not to think about it. Just sit around, watch Netflix, chill out, take your mind off of it, and when it's time to lock in, you get it done.
All righty. We're sure to be locked in tomorrow for the semis. Thank you.
Yep, what did he say? Get my feet wet for these World Championships. There you go. I'm through. I win my heat. All is good. For Chris, super excited about tomorrow, and Team USA is in great shape with its men performing in all heats. Marvin Bracey-Williams, Trayvon Bromell, Fred Kerley, Oblique Seville of Jamaica outdid the Olympic champ Marcell Jacobs. And then how about Tobogo, the 19-year-old? Won his heat. And Christian Coleman, the man with the target on his back as the defending champion, cruises across the line to win his heat. And that sets up just one more to go. A 7th and final heat that features a big talking point about these World Championships. And Addo, that is Kenya's Ferdinand Omanyala. And the reason being is he had visa issues getting into the country. He only arrived here at 4 p.m. local time, 3 hours before the 100-meter heat started.
And look at his social media saying, I was born ready. I'm just off the plane. I traveled, but I made it here. Why is this significant? He is the only man to have beaten Fred Kerley at 100 meters this year. That's significant.
Can I tell you a story? At yesterday's press conference, one of the journalists asked Fred Kerley, do you have any comments on Omanyala, one of your key opponents? Kerley said, no comment, and pushed the microphone away. Let the games begin.
And here's Abdul Hakim Sani Brown, Ghanaian father and Japanese mother. He went to the University of Florida for a couple years, and he is the Japanese champion this year.
7th and final heat, same rules apply. Top 3 go automatically through to the semis tomorrow, and the final is tomorrow night.
How fast is Omanyala? Only Trayvon Bromell and Kerley, who are already into the semifinals, have run faster than his 9:85 this year. His personal best is 9:77. That was the African record he set last year.
Wasn't 9:85 what Fred won the Nationals with? I think 3 weeks ago. I think off the top of my head. Anyway, let's get to this final heat and see who makes it. That's Barty, Felipe Barty of Brazil. He's in 6. Have all the troubles and hiccups and stress bothered Omanyala? Yes, he is struggling because New Zealander on the inside. Way out wide is Hakim Sani Brown. Whoa. Sani Brown in a 9:98. Omanyala gets through.
Omanyala looks like he's through. And really, if I'm his coach, I tell him, you don't push at all. Just make sure you're in the top 3. Get a night's sleep, and then we'll attack them tomorrow in the semifinals. So Abdul Hakim Sani Brown of Japan and the University of Florida wins our final heat, and he will advance to tomorrow's semifinals. But with him, he takes Omanyala.
Again, the story. This man here only arrived in Eugene, Oregon 3 hours before the first heat gun went off.
And somebody may be at home thinking, hey, it's 100 meters, it's not that far, so what if he just got off a plane? It is extremely difficult to come out here and do this against the world's best, having stepped off of a plane. And there is the national record, 10:08 for Ed Nikisha of New Zealand.
He got a tremendous start out of lane 2 on the inside of Omanyala, which kind of sparked Omanyala a little more. But no one was better in that 7th and final heat than Abdul Hakim Sani Brown of Japan.
The Japanese have been sort of waiting for him to develop. He's down to 9.97 now.
I think Ed Osai Nikisha has just realized that he's got a national record.
Not only is he just broke the national record, he broke his father's record. I used to run against his father, Gus. Gus Nikisha ran in my era. So second from the right is Ed Nikisha, son of Gus Nikisha. So he just broke his dad's national record. Special time for him. Sani Brown gets it done. Nikisha second. And Omanyala, despite just landing in Eugene, Oregon, gets himself to the semifinals. And he'll be hoping to have a better performance in the semifinal tomorrow evening.
He's going to get a good sleep tonight.
He better.
He's got some work to do tomorrow with the semi and the final.
I think it may be one of those cases where if you don't run 9.9 mid to low, you don't even make the final tomorrow. It's going to be that competitive to get to the final. So there's another look at Sani Brown. He has been running well since he was a teenager. I watched him win the World Under-18 Championships some years ago. He then went to the University of Florida and did well there. But now he's a pro, and he's Japan's best hope to put somebody into the final here in Eugene.
Well, the story continues, and let's hear the latest chapter. Let's hear the thoughts on the whole saga with Ferdinand Omanyala. He's with Lewis.
And what a story. So, Ferdinand, you made it to the track, but let's go back to when you were stuck. What were you thinking about when you were stuck in Kenya, hoping to get out and get here?
I thought I had lost this one because
you thought you had lost this one?
Yeah, I knew I was not coming because I just got the visa like on Thursday morning.
Right.
Yeah, but again, challenges are there to make us stronger.
And when you got to the airport just a few hours before the race, then what was the mindset change? How did you think about the chance to get out here and compete?
I'm always ready. So the main thing for today was just to get the semifinals. and see what happens after that.
And with all the jet lag and the waiting, the psychological stress, what was it like to actually be on the track and compete? How did your body feel, your mind feel?
I'm ready. I mean, I don't feel any. I'm not like feeling any heaviness in my body. I think I'm good to go. So tomorrow semis will be better.
All right, you're gonna sleep well tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We'll see you back here. Set an alarm, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Lee.
Pure relief, and you will see Omanyala in the men's 100 metres semi-final, and hopefully the final. That's tomorrow on NBC. We've got a mixture across CNBC and NBC tomorrow. Men's 110 metre hurdles, the men's 400 hurdles, and the women's hundreds get going